I think we can start our round table, and I suppose we can leave questions for the participants until the end of our session. Я думаю, что вопросы мы можем задать чуть позже, да? Сейчас мы начнем сразу с презентации нашего первого участника, чтобы не задерживать человека. So now we will move to the presentation of our first speaker, who is the professor of Seoul Cyber University, Howard Kim. Please, professor. Professor will present on the topic augmenting, not replacing, AI-based rubric scoring reliability compared with human graders in university settings. Профессор Говард Ким из Сеульского киберуниверситета. Я думаю, что это человек, который на практике знает, что такое использование ИИ, потому что Сеульский киберуниверситет один из университетов, с которым мы сейчас надеемся развивать сотрудничество. Его презентация, дополняя, а не заменяя, сопоставление надежности оценивания по рубрикам на основе искусственного интеллекта с оценками преподавателей в университетской среде. Please, professor, the floor is yours. You can start.
Thank you very much. Can you see the slide?
Yes, we can see.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to present at this international roundtable on human-centered AI in education. My name is Howard Kim from Seoul Cyber University in South Korea. Today, I would like to share my research on a topic that is increasingly relevant to all of us in higher education. Can AI reliably score student work using rubrics? And if so, what role should it play alongside human graders? The title of my presentation captures our core position: augmenting, not replacing. Let me start with the challenge that motivated this study. As online and blended learning environment expand, the volume of student submissions requiring rubric-based evaluation has grown dramatically. Many of us have experienced the difficulty of maintaining consistent scoring across hundreds of responses, especially when multiple graders are involved. At the same time, large language models like GPT-4, GPT-5 have shown remarkable capabilities in understanding and evaluating text. This raises a natural question. Can these models serve as reliable scoring assistants? Our position from the outset was clear. We did not set out to prove that AI can replace human graders. Instead, we wanted to rigorously test whether AI can augment human judgment, providing a consistent, scalable first pass while leaving final decisions to instructors. Here is an overview of my study design. We analyzed 930 student text responses collected from 3 undergraduate courses at Seoul Cyber University. Prompt engineering with 405 responses, and Photoshop design with 421 responses, and AI video production with 104 responses. Each response was independently scored by 3 raters, two human instructors whom we label H1 and H2, and an AI system using OpenAI's O4 mini high model. We assessed the 5 rubric dimensions: accuracy, logical flow, specificity, quality, and originality. Each dimension was scored on a 1 to 5 scale, yielding a total score range of 5 to 25 points. This design allowed us to compare AI to human agreement against the human-to-human baseline, which is the gold standard in educational measurement. To ensure methodological rigor, we employed a multi-layered statistical framework. First, we used the intra-class correlation coefficient, specifically ICC 3,1, to measure absolute agreement between raters. Unlike simple correlation, ICC accounts for both the consistency and level of scores, making it the appropriate metric for agreement studies. Second, we computed Pearson correlation to measure linear association and mean absolute error to quantify the average magnitude of scoring difference in the original scale unit. Third, and this is where my analysis goes beyond most prior work, we conducted Bland-Altman analysis. This clinical measurement technique plots the difference between two methods against their mean, revealing systematic biases that correlation alone cannot detect. We defined the human consensus score, or HC, as the arithmetic mean of H1 and H2. While imperfect, this serves as a pragmatic reference standard against which we benchmark AI performance. Now let me share my heading finding. The ICC between the two human raters for total scores was 0.774, which falls in the good reliability range according to established benchmark by Ku and Lee. The ICC between AI and the human consensus was 0.763. These two numbers are remarkably close. What this tells us is that the AI system's agreement with human graders is essentially at the same level as the agreement between the two human graders themselves. This is a meaningful result because it establishes that AI scoring reliability meets the human inter-rater baseline, which is the standard we hold any new assessment method to. However, the overall numbers mask important variation across rubric dimensions. This chart compares the ICC values for each dimension. Blue bars represent the human-to-human baseline, and orange bars represent AI versus human consensus. On accuracy and specificity, the AI actually outperformed the human baseline, achieving ICCs of 0.723 and 0.717 respectively, compared to human values of 0.549 and 0.566. This makes intuitive sense. These are relatively objective criteria where consistent interpretation is achievable. On quality and originality, the human-to-human ICCs were near 0 and 0.04. This reflects the well-known difficulty of achieving inter-rater agreement on subjective criteria. Interestingly, the AI achieved moderate agreement on these same dimensions, 0.575 for quality and 0.433 for originality, while not high in absolute terms. These values significantly exceeded the human baseline, suggesting that AI may actually provide more consistent, though not necessarily more valid scores on subjective criteria. The key insight here is that AI reliability is dimension dependent. Deployment strategies must account for this variation. The Bland-Altman analysis revealed important patterns that would have been invisible through correlation alone. The mean bias was 0.61 points, meaning that on average AI scored slightly higher than the human consensus. On a 25-point scale, this is a small but statistically significant difference. The 95% limit of agreement ranged from negative 4.97 to positive 6.18 points. This means that for 95% of cases, the difference between AI and human scores fell within this range, which is comparable to the human-to-human limit of agreement. Perhaps most importantly, we detected a proportional bias with a correlation of approximately 0.39. This means the AI tend to score higher than humans for low-quality responses and lower than humans for higher quality responses. In other words, the AI compresses scores toward the mean. This is a systematic and predictable pattern, which is actually good news because predictable biases can be corrected through calibration adjustment. We also examined how AI to human agreement varied across the three courses. Prompt engineering shows the highest agreement with an ICC of 0.83 and a Pearson correlation of 0.855. This course involves text-heavy assignment with prompt engineering showed a highest agreement with an ICC of 0.83. Yes, and Pearson correlation of 0.85. This course involves text-heavy assignment with clearly defined rubric criteria, an ideal scenario for AI scoring. AI video production and Photoshop design showed moderate agreement with ICCs of 0.639 and 0.635 respectively. These courses involve more creative and visual elements, where rubric application requires more subjective interpretation. The key insight is that the nature of the assessment task matters significantly. AI performs best when rubric criteria are unambiguous and responses are primarily text-based. For tasks requiring visual or creative judgment, AI reliability is lower but still meaningful enough to serve as a useful first-pass screening tool. Based on these findings, we propose a conservative human AI co-grading workflow with 3 steps. Step 1. AI performs the first pass, scoring all submissions using the structured rubric. The system automatically flags edge cases. Responses that fall near grade boundaries or show unusual patterns. Step 2. Human instructors review the flagged submissions, paying special attention to subjective dimensions like quality and originality, where AI reliability is lower. Step 3. The human instructor makes the final grading decision. The AI provides the data-driven recommendation, but it is never the verdict. This workflow preserves human authority over assessment outcomes while leveraging AI's strengths in consistency and scalability. It represents the augmentation philosophy that frames my entire study. Let me close with 4 key takeaways. First, AI rubric scoring achieves reliability comparable to human inter-rater levels, ICC of 0.763 versus 0.774. This is the most important finding because it validates AI as a credible assessment tool. Second, performance varies significantly by rubric dimension. AI excels at objective criteria like accuracy and specificity, but shows lower reliability on subjective dimensions like originality. Third, systematic biases exist, particularly the score compression pattern. But these are predictable and correctable through calibration. Fourth, the augmental model, where AI and humans work together, offers the best balance of consistency, scalability, and validity. Thank you very much for your attention. I welcome your questions and look forward to our discussion. And also my email is displayed on the screen if you would like to follow up after the session. And that howardkim.kl is my lab's homepage. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor. It's very interesting how it works, this score, rubric score with using the AI. But how do you think we leave questions to you to the end of our session, or would you prefer that it will be better perhaps right now, to ask questions?
I prefer leave the question.